A young woman traumatized by a tragic event in her past seeks out vengeance against those who cross her path. Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Movie Files. Elliot back again with a brand new review, and today we're talking about a film that had a lot of buzz behind it at Sundance earlier this year, and we're talking about the comedy drama thriller Promising Young Woman. I am so excited to let you all know what I thought about this film, and if you should check it out in this spoiler-free review. Before we dive into it, as you can see on the screen now, make sure you're following me on all my other social media accounts. That way you all can stay up to date on what's going on over here at Movie Files. If you are new to this channel, welcome to the community. Consider subscribing to the channel and hit the bell so you can get the alert from when I drop new movie reviews, TV reviews, live streams, all the fun things we do on this very channel. It would mean a lot to me if you all can share this video and give it a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel, but I also really appreciate it. And in the comments, if you saw this at Sundance, what did you think about the film? But once we've all seen the film, let's discuss your positives, your negatives. What did you think about the performances? What did you think about the film's messages? And also, what did you think of that ending? And is this one of your favorite films this year? Let's talk about it all in the comments below. So like I just mentioned, the film did premiere earlier this year at Sundance, and it had so much hype behind it. People saying it's the best film of the year. It might win some Oscars. Did it live up to the hype? We're going to break it all down in this spoiler-free review, starting off with the positives. I got to start off by talking about the actress, the producer. She's also a book writer, and now you can add director to that list. I'm talking about the person making their directorial debut, and Emerald Fennell. What a job in directing this film and structuring this film and handling so many different tones. Without giving too much away, we meet Casey very early on. We see her nightly activities as she takes vengeance to the men that take advantage of women. We kind of transform into more of a rom-com comedy, and that's where the comedic elements come into the film, as we're seeing Casey trying to move past her trauma that she endured in college. And in the third act, without diving into it, it's a thriller. It's almost a horror film in its approach and leaves a lot for the audience to discuss about that ending. I was so impressed by the direction of this film and the level of restraint the director showed the audience and leaving us guessing what Casey does to these men throughout the film and leaves a lot to your imagination. I was so impressed by that direction, but also the script. She wrote this film, and I found the script to be very clever and keeps you engaged with witty dialogue and giving you these different chapters and really not knowing where the film is going to head. So very impressed by the direction as well as the script. Transitioning into the message of this film without really giving too much away. The advertisement really kind of shows it as almost this really kind of revenge film, which it does have those type of elements, but it's more than that. It's more complex, it's more layered, as it's more of a story of showing you someone battling against their past trauma in the handling of sexual assault culture and the dismissive nature that not only men show in claiming that they didn't do it or they were just kids, but also showing you the women and showing them being complicit to things that happen. So I love the way the film kind of handles showing both men in the sexual assault culture, but also how women can be complicit to it as well. So I thought the handling was really well managed. Now I gotta talk about the star of this film, Carey Mulligan, who gives an out-of-world performance. As I had mentioned as Casey, she's seeking revenge from her past, and what an incredible journey for that character. She not only plays the hero well, we're rooting for her, but she gets dark and sinister in her tactics of getting to the people that get in her way, as we see her playing this scary character at moments, which she does incredibly well, but she also gives you the emotional side of this character. You see the vulnerability in this character. You see the past trauma. You see how that affects her and this burden that she holds on her shoulders, and it's all within the eyes. You see the pain, the hate, all the stuff was in the performance, and what an incredible job. The film, again, the title alludes to a promising young woman. She has this career path where things are looking good, but once something happens in college, it derails her trajectory and where she wants to go, and I think Carey does such a great job of embodying this character. And when it comes to award seasons, do not be surprised if you see her not only being her name being mentioned in Best Actress, this, that, and the other, but winning those awards too. She was incredible in this film. I gotta also highlight the other cast members. I thought everyone was so well casted. The film gives you a lot of comedians, people we know, especially the men in this film. We know them from comedy, and I love that they picked these comedians because it shows you the lighter side of these guys, but there's also a mask. They're hiding something. There's something more dark and sinister in them. So I love who they decide to put in the roles. I'm thinking of Burnham as who I love. I think he's hilarious, and I really enjoyed his role and his performance in this film. So I thought the entire cast came together really well, and I cannot go without mentioning the look of the film. I thought it did such a great job in the use of colors, especially neon colors. The soundtrack, the mixing of pop songs and the cover music fits so well, juxtaposed to the score that we get from Anthony Willis, which was haunting and scary and really kind of put you in the mood. So again, the technical achievements of this film was great as well. So switching over to some criticisms, there's really not a lot of negative things I have to say about this film. There were two things that kind of come to mind. One of, I kind of mentioned is, different tones, and I thought it was handled pretty well. But there was a part in the film, more so in the second half of the movie, that becomes more of that rom-com comedy that I was kind of mentioning. And it wasn't that it was bad, but it just wasn't as compelling as the first half, and especially that third act. So I thought the second half of the film just didn't really interest me and didn't keep me as engaged as the other halves of the movie. And also, this isn't really a negative or a positive, but I'm really intrigued to know the public's reception of this film once they see the film, and particularly Casey, how she handles her methods in seeking revenge. I'm really excited to see what people think about Casey's character. And then lastly, without giving it away, obviously, but the ending. I'm torn on the ending, guys. I don't know how I feel about it. On one half, I applaud the filmmaker in telling the story and being very bold in the decision at the end of this film. And then on the other half, I just don't think the execution was that well handled. Again, I enjoyed the third act. Can't wait to talk about it. But I just don't, I think it's more of the performances, not from our main character, but the other characters that get involved. I don't think their performance was as strong as everyone else in the film. So it kind of took me out of the film a little bit, but I'm still kind of torn on that ending. So I want to know in the comments, again, let's talk about it all. If you want to talk about this film, if you've seen it, let's talk about the ending. Make sure you put in all caps spoilers in the comments, and then kind of space it down, and let's talk about the ending. Right now, the way I feel, I don't know if I like it all the way. I love some of the moments in there, but I don't know if the execution is as great as I think it could have been. But it's a ending, nonetheless, that will leave everyone talking. I can't wait to talk about it with you all. So before I give you my overall thoughts and my score and let you know if this film's worth checking out, if you haven't already, make sure to like this video, share this video, give it a thumbs up, leave your thoughts in the comments, and of course subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any of my other content. With that being said, let me share with you all my overall thoughts and let you know if it's worth checking out. So overall, this film is incredibly clever in telling this story about vengeance and facing your demons head on, and also gives you a fresh take on the revenge genre. Director Emerald Fennell knocks out of the park in her directorial debut, and I cannot wait to see what she does next. Don't be surprised if you hear Carey Mulligan's name being brought up during the award season, because I think she gives one of the best performances this year. This film is dark and twisted and gives you a good mix of dark comedy and leaves you guessing throughout this film, and leaves the audience with a shocking ending that will leave all of us talking about it. With that being said, I'm going to give Promising Young Woman a 4.5 out of 5. I can't wait to discuss more about this film with you all. Again, if we're going to talk about that ending, make sure you put spoilers in your comments, and let's discuss it all in the comments below. Again, 4.5 out of 5 for me. What a film, what a film. But with that being said, that's just my thoughts. Again, let me know if you liked the film, your positives, your negatives. What were some of your favorite moments, your favorite performance, as well as what you think about the message? And is this one of your favorite films this year? Let's discuss it all in the comments below. Like I said before, make sure to like, share. If you haven't already, subscribed to the channel, hit the bell so you don't miss any of my other content. Hope you all enjoyed this review. Hope you're staying safe, and we'll see you all on the next video.